Customize your AI for your brand.
Welcome to this explainer, where we're tackling a massive hurdle in tech right now. You know how every great venture starts with that incredible peak of initial enthusiasm? It's true whether you're launching a brand new startup from scratch or, let's say, integrating AI into your existing business. That very first spark, it feels like an absolute guaranteed win, like you literally cannot lose. But, well, the data tells a very different story about starting versus finishing. Look at the world of AI right now. 88% of companies have made the first move. I mean, they've proudly stepped up, bought the shiny new tools, run all the pilots, and built those early agents. 88%. That is a massive chunk of the market. Yet, despite that sky-high adoption rate, almost nobody actually makes the jump. Seriously, out of all those companies starting the journey, only a tiny, staggering 6% actually cross over to true transformation. To put that in perspective, for every 100 companies buying into the hype, 94 of them are getting stuck. So what does this all mean? Why is this massive drop-off happening? Well, it boils down to the fact that most companies treat AI simply as a purchase, like buying a new piece of office furniture, rather than a rigorous, ongoing process. On one side, you have AI adoption, and way over on the other side, you've got AI transformation. And right in the middle, there's this dangerous, gaping pit. It's like a canyon. And if you fall into that gap, man, it is not pretty. You're looking at completely wasted AI budgets, pilot programs that just never seem to scale, and tools that, frankly, deliver zero tangible results. This is exactly where so many promising projects just stall out. And it happens mostly because they fail to produce those immediate, magical results everybody was expecting on day one. When that initial AI hype inevitably disappears and cold, hard reality sets in, you enter what startup founder Paul Graham famously coined the Trough of Sorrow. Oof, even the name sounds brutal, right? But it's true. It's that long, difficult, honestly exhausting period right after the initial peak, where the magic fades away and the real, gritty work actually begins. Honestly, if you're feeling stuck in that trough right now, your struggle is completely valid. It is incredibly common. Navigating this extremely dangerous stage requires relentless, and I mean relentless, experimenting and pivoting just to keep your head above water. It's absolutely the hardest part of the journey, but it's also deeply necessary. You literally can't skip it. So how do you get out? Well, the only real way to build a solid bridge over this gap and escape the trough is through org redesign. And by that, I mean you have to fundamentally change how your team actually works day to day. You can't just hand everyone a shiny new login, pat them on the back, and hope for the best. That just doesn't cut it. But wait, organizational redesign isn't just about shifting your culture. It requires some serious, deep technical leverage. You've got to move away from playing with isolated AI toys and shift toward building real, functional, heavy-duty systems. There are specialized resources out there, like lists of 40 or so highly useful GitHub repos that are making massive waves right now. These give you the actual, tangible technical building blocks you need to pull this off. Because here's the secret. Instead of sitting around waiting for a magical silver bullet that doesn't exist, successful teams are actively piecing together powerful tech stacks. They're grabbing frameworks like LangChain so they can build AI apps fast. They're utilizing Crew AI to manage multi-agent teams, and they're bringing Llama in to run models completely locally. Add in something like N8N to automate the workflows, and suddenly, AI isn't just a gimmick anymore. It becomes your core operational engine. Ultimately, you really have to recognize the illusion of adoption versus the hard reality of transformation. Treating AI like it's just a new login? Yeah, that's adoption. Actually wiring it deep into the DNA of your core operational systems, now that is true transformation. The journey from that initial idea to real product market fit, it's never a straight line. It's a jagged, messy path full of trial and error. Which leaves us with one final, absolutely critical question. Are you just going to adopt AI, or are you actually going to transform with it? If you want to be part of that elite 6% that makes it all the way across the bridge, you must be willing to completely redesign your organization and wield the right technical tools to power through that trough. Don't just buy the future, guys. Build it.